So can a human being just create their own identity? To a certain extent, you can. But it works in a particular way. It works within certain restrictions. Say, for example, that you cut off your penis. Even if you detransition, you will always be a man without a penis. So. There's a sense in which the postmodern lie is true. There are senses in which they're true, which all the best lies work that way. For example, because we are extremely finite creatures, there are real senses, real ways in which we can talk about knowledge being local, knowledge being subjective. We can even talk about reality being subjective if we're limiting it, right? Another way that the postmodern lie is true in certain circumstances, as we define terms in our conversations, is that we can, in fact, shape our own identities to a certain degree, choose our own identities. But that's within certain limitations, within certain constrictions, within reality, boys and girls. Nature is one of those constrictions. I'm 6'9". The only way I can be a petite person is to destroy my body. It's not a choice for me. I'll never be a petite person. If I destroy my body to achieve similar dimensions to that, I will be a large person with a mangled body. Can I just up and say that now I'm Nigerian or that now I'm Swedish? Of course I can. There's no connection. Now, in the story of my life, there are choices that I made. I am a Christian, which is the greatest thing about me. But then like beyond that, well, I mean, my ancestry is so mixed. I'm Brazilian, I'm American, I have connections to Peru and Chile. My mother's maiden name was Bernstein, and my great-grandfather was a Russian Jew, right? So my great-great-grandfather was a Russian Jew by birth, and my great-grandfather was a Russian Jew as in New York style. All right, so would there be some legitimacy to me building a narrative in which I talked about myself being Jewish? Sure. And there are choices people can make, right? There are lots of choices people can make. But it's within the constraints of nature and of reality. What we can't do is just decide what reality is. I can't be a unicorn. What I can be is a man with a unicorn backpack and a fuzzy, soft unicorn horn. That's what I can be. That's the most I can be. And so, let us not speak of sin. Let us speak of health. Just sanity, which means health, wholeness. Is it whole? Is it sane? Is it healthy for me to destroy that which I was made to be? Of course not. Now, there are lots of decisions that I can decide about myself. I will be a fit person. I will create myself as a fit person. I don't have to do that. That's a choice. And that's something real that has an impact on the person I am. It all flows downstream. Once I make a choice, that's who I am now. And if I make other choices, or if I go back, I'm the person who made that choice and went back on it. I'm the person who went right in the first choice and then went left with the second choice. I will always be that person. I'm a finite, time-bound creature. So, if I cut off my penis, I will always be the person who cut off his penis. You know, nature is nature is undeniable. And I love that some people are going to watch this and they're going to say to themselves, "But my nature is to do this, is to mangle and destroy myself." That's not sane. That's not healthy. You know, 15 years ago or so, a trans coworker I heard describing to one of her employees, a minion, an underling, casually but in great and graphic detail, how sex worked for her. So she had become a trans man. She had a penis now, a surgically built penis. And so I learned through this conversation, which was obviously sexual harassment, but she felt free from any fear because she's one of the protected classes. She would slide a rod into this penis of hers. Y'all, a person like that is a woman whose vagina has been closed up. A woman who has a penis-shaped piece of flesh now attached to her. It doesn't work. And it's not that it doesn't work in the natural way, right? It's not real. There is a piece of plastic in it to simulate that which is real. Why would you want that for yourself? Why would you want to choose a path that takes you away from any healthy or sane version of yourself you can be? Now, of course, ultimately, the problem here is that we hate God and therefore we hate ourselves. You know, I can't get into all of the reasons for that right now. But I will leave it at saying that we're not as limited as we often say that we are. We don't have to participate in the life that people have decided that we should have, that we should go to school, that we should eat a certain way, that we should live in a certain place. Is it that you are allowing yourself to feel limited and constrained? Are you allowing your relationship with your parents to push you into mangling yourself? It's not the relationship that's pushing you. You are making this decision. You are allowing others, including the traumatic things in your life, to dominate you. Don't do it. Choose sanity. The peace of Christ be upon you.
Aí sim é um homem de verdade, não é esses troços do grupo não, essas carcaças velhas, uó, fim de carreira.
Cadê você, profeta, autarquia? Hein? Pedrada no inferno, fala comigo aí, matador de demônio. Hein?